Hello, YouTube family. It is I, K-Star, and Gremlin. Cassius is over here, off screen. He's shy, like that. I just got home from the gym, so I have a lot of energy. And since I've been gone for some time, my cats have decided they missed me. They wait at the door like dogs. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen. I've never had cats that did that. That literally when I open the door, they're both sitting right there waiting on me. And it doesn't matter if I've been gone like 5 hours or 2 minutes. They're at that door and they act like I haven't pet them in their whole lives and they need love right then. They meow at me and everything. I don't think they know they're cats. They're kind of mellow right now. But anyway, it's been about a week since I did an update, so I thought I would do that really quickly. I don't have much to report on my weight. It's about the same. I was a little weirded out about the scale going up a few pounds. I'm still hanging out in the upper 140s, which I'm okay with. It's in my maintenance range, and so I'm not going to beat myself up over it. I'm just keeping an eye on it. I have been working out regularly since January now, so it could be muscle. And I feel like it probably is, the majority of it is muscle because none of my clothes fit any differently. Or they're not getting too small or anything. I'm still wearing mostly smalls on top, mediums on bottom, or a size 4-6 and everything else. So not too worried about that. And I ran into a friend who I hadn't seen in probably about a month. And she was like, holy crap, you've lost even more weight. And I was like, no, actually I've gained. And she just couldn't believe it. She was like, you look really thin. And I was surprised by that, but maybe that just means I'm just toning more. So I don't know. I don't know. But I'm trying to be okay with it and not freak out about it. I have been weighing myself a little bit more than usual. Before I would only weigh myself like once a week, and now I've kind of gotten back into like the every other day weighing just because I'm curious, trying to keep an eye on it. But I'm not totally freaking out, so it's okay. I tried a protein bar, and I tried to like make a video of me trying it, but I realized that the video wasn't recording. I ripped the package, so I'll just show you guys what it is. It's the EAS Myoplex 30 Myoplex, however you say that. It's a protein bar. I think my boyfriend bought these. I don't remember buying them. I'm not a huge protein bar person. You can see that's how much I ate of it. Like the package started there, and that's as far as I've gotten. But this one's pretty big protein bar. It has 30 grams of protein and a bunch of vitamins, but it also has a lot of carbs. It has like 36 carbs. I think only 10 net carbs, but still kind of a lot. I feel like, I don't know. It's okay. It's a chocolate peanut butter flavor. It tastes like pretty much every other chocolate peanut butter flavored protein bar. It reminds me a lot of the Atkins bars like these, which are smaller and have less carbs, but also have less protein. I think those have half the protein this has in it. There is no way I would eat all this in one sitting just because I don't like protein bars that much. And it's like a faux granola thing. Like I said, it's okay. It's not the most awful one I've ever tasted, but it's not spectacular either. If you are big into protein bars, you might like it, but it's whatever to me. It's kind of crumbly, like the texture of it is kind of crumbly once you start chewing it, and it is pretty chewy. I don't know. I probably won't buy more, but I needed something. I realized I didn't have any almond milk here when I got home from the gym because I prefer shakes. I still do shakes every morning, either before or after my workout. Like, shakes are just part of my life. I like them. They work for me. So, but I didn't have any almond milk here. Everything's at my boyfriend's house because I am transitioning into living with him, and I forgot that I took all that stuff over there. So I found that, and I thought, okay, what the hell? We'll try it. So instead, I have some tea. Tea. No protein in tea, unfortunately, but it is delicious. Anyway, so I've had a couple questions about eating and drinking at the same time and restriction. So I just wanted to tell you guys how I feel about it. The eating and drinking rule, I am still pretty strict on. I will drink something before I eat. I will drink up to 1 glass of water before I eat. And I usually try to stop at least like 5 minutes before I know that I'm going to be eating. And I do not feel like that has any effect on my food consumption at this point. Used to, if I drank a whole glass of water before I started eating, I felt like I could not eat very much. Now, it doesn't seem to have any bearing anymore. However, once I take 1 bite of food, I am done drinking liquids until at least 20 to 30 minutes after my meal. Otherwise, I am in pain. Not just uncomfortableness, but pain. Also, I have noticed if I eat too quickly, pain and possible throw up. I would like to think that I still have pretty decent restriction for being almost 2 years post-op. I do notice that I can eat a little bit more, but I try to stay conscious of that. I don't put that much food on my plate so that I don't feel compelled to try to eat it all. I start out with a normal portion for me, which looks like I'm feeding a toddler. I used to weigh all my food. I don't weigh all my food anymore. I have pretty much learned that I can eyeball it and be okay. Sometimes I get overambitious and I don't end up finishing all the food on my plate, and I don't push myself to. Once I feel that full feeling, and people have asked me, what does that feel like to you? The best way I can describe it is it feels like pressure. And I feel it like, here, let me sit up. Oh, hello. So close and personal. I feel it like right here. Like not like down here, like right underneath, well, my bust line, I guess. I mean, right there where your ribs kind of push out here. I feel this pressure right in that area. And that is how I know that I am full. And I also know that used to, if I called it the yellow light bite. I can't remember who originally said that. It wasn't me, but I got that from somebody else and I can't remember who it was now. But where I'd take a bite of food and I'd swallow it and I'd be like, okay, I felt that. I felt that pressure. And so I would stop. And sometimes you can take 1, maybe 2 more bites if you wait long enough. And then sometimes you're just done. And I just really, really pay attention to that because, and I've said this so many times, you guys, I'm sure you're sick of hearing it, but you can eat again. You can eat later. You know, if you only get down 3 ounces of food at lunch, that's okay. And if you're like, kind of hungry 3-4 hours later, have a little snack. Like, I mean, it's okay as long as you're eating foods that you know you're supposed to be eating, things that are on plan. I don't think there's anything wrong with just eating when your body tells you that you need to eat. And like I talked about in my last video, just assess while you're eating. If you think, okay, I want to put something in my mouth, I want to eat something, ask yourself why you want to eat it. Do you want to eat it because you're legitimately hungry, or because you're craving it, or because you're bored? I mean, just have a moment and assess why you want to do that. And if you truly feel hungry, then feed yourself. It's okay. And it took me a long time to learn that too. I still sometimes have days where I'm like, I feel like a bottomless pit. And some days I am snacking too much, and I have to be aware of it because old habits die hard. And being almost 2 years post-op, I feel like sometimes I get a little complacent with it. And like I talked about in another recent video, and something that a friend of mine touched on, I still do not have a skinny girl metabolism. I am not a furnace. You know, some people can eat food and they just burn it off right away. I will never have that. That's just not the way that my body's made. And I have to learn to accept that about my body and work with it instead of being mad about it. So that's part of my maintenance phase. That's been a transition I've had to make. Is before, in the losing phase, you know, I lost my weight pretty quickly, pretty consistently. I didn't have any substantial stalls, and I did not have any regains at all. So I feel like it's harder for some people than it was for me, and I understand that, but maintenance has been harder for me than my weight loss phase, because now it's really about testing, have you actually changed your habits? Have you actually dealt with your issues with food, and can you actually keep the weight off long term? To me, that is much harder than losing the weight initially, because you do have that honeymoon phase. And I think a way to keep that honeymoon phase going is you have to stick to the program. This is just your life now. This isn't a diet. This isn't about doing something for 6 months or a year or 2 years. This is how you need to eat. This is how you need to behave if you want to maintain success. You have to continue doing what got you to your goal if you want to maintain your goal. It's really that simple. And why it took surgery to make me understand that, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. So with all that being said, random tangent rant. That's what I do personally. I still stick to the rules. No eating and drinking at the same time, and listen to your body. And just stop whenever you're actually full. And if that means you ate 3 ounces of food, or if you got in the whole 4 or 5, 6, you know, whatever your doctor told you to eat amount, okay, cool. Good for you. You just have to be aware of it. So, that was a lot. Sorry. But that's the questions that I've gotten recently. And then really quickly, one thing I want to share with you guys, mostly women. I didn't see a lot of clothes for guys when I was in there, but yesterday I randomly went to Old Navy because I had a gift card that I discovered in my wallet from like Christmas, and I don't ever shop at Old Navy. It's just not really my style. But I went in there to check it out, and they had tons of activewear, you guys. And Old Navy is not very expensive to begin with, but right now all their activewear is 20 to 40% off. And so I did buy a couple things. I have shrunk out of some of my favorite gym wear things, one of them being shirts like this. Let me stand up real quickly without knocking everything over. Oh, leg day. So I love these shirts. They are fitted, but they're loose. They're comfortable. But what I really love about them is they have built-in sports bras, you guys. And whenever I'm just standing there, that's what they look like. I mean, the sports bra only goes down to there. But I love the built-in sports bras. They do what they're supposed to do. Granted, I don't have a lot of boobs left, you guys. There's not, it makes me look really flat-chested, but it holds everything in where it needs to be. This is what the back of it looks like. It has a little keyhole shape and the back, and they had tons of different colors. I think all the way up to an XL they still had. I'm 5'10", about 147 pounds, and this is a small, and this is how it fits me. Pretty good. I like for them to stay down, you know, so if I'm doing yoga and stuff, it's not always sliding up. And then I bought these pants as well. They're kind of hard to see, but they're just black pants. They're long all the way to the ankles, and they're the compression style. They had some that weren't compression, that were a little bit looser fitting, that had more of a boot cut instead of like the really tight, skinny look or whatever. But that's what I like, is the tight fitting stuff. So whenever I'm doing yoga, I don't have to worry about my clothes getting in the way and all of that. And it holds the skin in nicely. These come up right below my belly button is where they sit. And they have this weird little pocket in the back. I don't know what I'd put in there, but it exists. So, and I'm, like I said, I'm 5'10", and they go all the way down to my ankles. So I'm pretty happy about that. And all their socks, the 6 packs of socks, are 2 packs for $10, I think. And they're just like the little ankle socks. All the socks I had came up mid-calf, and I didn't like it because it like would squeeze my calf and leave itchy lines in my skin. I didn't like it. So I got some socks too. They had a bunch of other kinds of pants. They had crop pants. They had shorts. Like I said, they had looser fitting stuff, compression garments. They had a lot of shirts like this. They had regular tank tops. All their sports bras are $8. So I was pretty happy with that. Spent my gift card. And got just this one pair of pants and then 2 shirts like this and a sports bra, I think is all I bought. So if you guys are in need of nice, inexpensive gym clothes, go check out Old Navy. I'm not getting paid to say this. Just wanted to let you know. But yeah, that's really it for me. You guys, like I haven't talked for 16 minutes like I always do. But anyway, I hope you guys are having an awesome week, and I'll see you later.